Welcome back to Put It on the Podcast. We're here for week 2. I'm Andrew,
I'm Elizabeth.
and we're excited about jumping in on the second week of Put It on the Podcast.
We're so pumped. Last week had some great reviews.
Right? We got 39 views on YouTube, so that's
And then I think
happening.
someone else watched it, so I think we were at 40.
All right, so new goal. We're trying to get to 50 views this week.
50 views.
So y'all help us out. Share the word. Put it on the podcast.
Tell your family members.
Yeah, tell your family
Distant
members
relatives.
so your mom can watch the podcast or listen to the podcast.
Tell your mom, like I told my mom. She was confused that there was no video.
She was trying to watch it and was like, it's only one picture and I can only hear sound. And we're like,
yeah, that's okay.
That's how a podcast works. You just listen.
So if you're confused why there's only one picture, that's all right. That's how it's supposed to be.
This goes out to you, Mama Moore.
Hey, Mom.
All right. Liz had something funny happen to her this past week. A traffic incident. So
I was in a car chase, actually.
a high-speed chase.
It was terrifying.
So Liz was running from the law, apparently.
I was not running from the law.
Okay.
The law was on my side. I just did not call 911 when I should have called 911. So the story is, I'll tell the short version. So I'm on the interstate, and I cut some guy off because someone else cut me off. And then next thing I know, this guy is right next to me honking his horn. So I'm like, okay, don't look, scary person, honking his horn at me. So anyway, so I keep driving. He's honking his horn, and so I kind of glance to the side.
What does he look like? Kind of like describe his.
It was
what
just,
did he look like?
I don't know.
Just like a guy? Or?
It's just a guy.
All right.
And it was really dark outside, and I just saw eyes looking at me.
Oh, so this is at night. So
it was at night.
There's like a heightened sense of alertness.
It's
here.
like headlights and eyeballs and.
That's creepy. That's so creepy.
Seriously, I looked over and I see like eyes and an angry person inside. So I just like kept driving, and so then I'm passing a car, and he's like, every time we're passing cars, he's like tailing me super bad, and then he gets up next to me on the other side, and this time his window's rolled down. He's like yelling not nice things at me.
I'm familiar with the concept.
You know, and so I was like, okay, this is when I get kind of nervous. So I'm just like, whatever. So I speed up again, trying to lose him. So it's like full-blown car chase mode. We're like weaving in and out of cars, you know, like chasing each other. Anyway, so then he finally speeds up to pass me, and I'm like, sweet, I'm going to lose him. And he throws something out of his window at my car, and I have to like speed up so it doesn't smash my windshield. So we're like fighting at this point. Anyway,
Yeah,
so he drives
James
off,
Bond.
and I'm like, bye, like get, I don't know, whatever, I won, you missed me. And so anyway, so then he drives up, and then so all of a sudden he slows down, and I'm like, uh-oh. Like, at first I'm like, oh, sweet, I'm going to pass him. And then I was like, nope, he's going to throw more stuff at me. So I slow down too. So now we're like slow car chasing. And I'm leaving a lot of distance in between us, and nothing can happen. And then like some cars get in between us because we're going so slow. And then, so I can't see him for a while. And so then I get off on the Clinton exit. This is all in between like Raymond and Clinton.
Yeah,
so anyways.
That's close.
Pretty close. So I get off on the Clinton exit, and I see that he is pulled over on the exit waiting for me. And I was like, ah! So then I exit, and I'm like watching, thinking he's going to follow me to my house. That's when I get scared. I'm like, this guy is like following me.
He's creeping. Like he's
going to follow me to my house. Anyway, so I just kind of drive around Clinton for a while until I lost him, and then when I went home. And then I called my dad, and I was like, Dad, I just got chased by a crazy person. So anyways, so if you're ever in that situation, listeners, friends, call 911. That's what I was supposed to do.
Yeah, you should have let somebody know that you're getting chased by this
Also, get the dang license plate number. Like, know what kind of car it was.
You were going slow enough. You could have taken some notes and like.
I could have. I was so scared. I was so concentrated on not looking at him that I just didn't know what kind of car it was. All I remember is it was kind of a goldish car, and that there were eyes looking at me.
That's fair. I mean, that's a scary situation. All you need to know is headlights and angry eyes.
Angry eyes.
Boom, boom.
911. Yeah, okay.
All right.
You get the gist.
Yeah.
It was terrifying. I was pretty much in an action movie. It's fine.
Liz Moore, fall 2014
That's
action
right.
movie.
You can find me on the next action film.
That's right. All right. Today we have a special guest on the podcast.
Yes, we do.
My friend Germonick Robinson, all the way from Brookhaven, Mississippi.
How you doing, Andrew? How you doing, Elizabeth?
Doing well.
That's good. It's great to be on the podcast today, this week. It feels like I'm on a Tonight Show, like
Yes.
on like some radio show. You know, I feel this is the closest I'm getting to the Ricky Ballard show.
Yeah, we told Germonick this is pretty much the same thing as the Tonight Show.
So I'm
Minus
sorry if
Jimmy
your
Fallon.
expectations are hurt.
It's
but-
okay. We just got like, you know,
Hey, we have a live studio
we
audience
have a
right
live.
here.
It's minus the live part. You know, minus the live. So
Minus the audience
we got
part.
we got an audience. They just ain't alive. You know, they and not here. So, but Let's,
All right, Jerm,
get this
if you could
started.
give us like a 30-second version of your story. How did you arrive at where you are today and where you going?
Well, it's a long story, my friend, but in 30 seconds, I'll just say, it was a long, troublesome road, and I'm looking for somebody to help me carry this load or something. My life it was fun, but it had its tough times, but through those tough times, I made it here. And so, with God, patience, and a little bit of KFC, here I am.
Hey, there you go, man.
There I am.
God, patience, and a little bit of KFC.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Goes
know if we're
along.
going to get an endorsement from this.
What's an endorsement? What's an endorsement?
Like they give us money because we talk about
Oh, that's what that endorsement. Okay.
I wish
Okay.
you guys could see us right now. I'm literally like dying laughing.
Oh,
I
no,
just met
it's-
Germonick 5 minutes ago, and it's been great. Got a great
Oh,
friendship.
that
so far.
endorsement. Okay, I thought you meant something else.
What did you think I meant?
Never mind. You don't want to know.
All right.
This part?
No. Let's ask about
Oh, yeah.
what does your name mean? Is that like a family name? Because you don't hear many Germanicks out there.
Not exactly. It's not exactly a family, name. My dad. What happened? That's a funny story about my name. My dad named me this.
All right.
And Germonick. But the thing is, he didn't know how to spell it. So he wrote on my birth certificate junk or something. And my mom is like, what the heck is that? And so she tells the doctor, do not spell my baby name like this. Spell it like this. And my dad, that's what I wanted to say. And finally she gets it. It's spelled Germonick, and it means God establishes victory of the people. Because the first syllable it's supposed to be a J, but it still means the same thing. It means God establishes, and then Nicholas, which is short for Nick and all that, means victory of the people. So God establishes victory of the people.
I love that.
That's what my name means.
That is
Hey,
so
there you
cool.
go.
That's great, because he does that.
Yeah,
victory,
God is
Jesus.
victorious.
He is always.
Look at that. Friday afternoon, a little bit of theology with
Little bit
Jerm.
of-
Ooh,
theology.
speaking of victory,
All right.
I think about sports when I think about victory.
Okay.
Are we there yet?
I think we're there.
Great. Okay, so Germanick,
Mhm.
we were just dying to know your views on college football and any teams you like or just catchphrases that you use without knowing what they mean. things
Okay.
Like that.
I like football, don't get me wrong. I have a respect for the sport, but I don't really keep up with college football. The closest I get to keeping up with college football is going into one of my friends' rooms, sitting down watching the game he's watching. And I root for whatever team he's not rooting for. So that's what I do. And so, roll Tide, I like Alabama.
Roll Tide.
You like Alabama?
Yeah, they okay.
Who's the quarterback?
I don't know.
Who's the coach?
I have no idea.
You don't know who the coach of Alabama is?
No, the coach of Alabama, I don't know.
His name is Nick Saban.
Nick Saban. Okay, I'll keep that in mind next time I say roll Tide.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go.
Hey, one more thing about Alabama football.
What?
The coach.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
the more you know. Now
The
you
more
know.
you know. Now I know. You learn something new every day.
That's right.
I learn something new about a team that I like, that I know nothing about.
There
Yay.
you go. All right. Well, you're a little more cultured, I guess, than college football. So we're trying to gain our cultural awareness, and so we're going to talk about
Indeed.
what book has influenced you the most. If you could pick one book,
If I can pick one book, I say Fight Club.
Fight Club.
I like Fight Club.
All right. What about it influences you?
It's the concept of growing into manhood. Though it's a very crazy story about this guy who has split personalities. It's mainly about growing into manhood because in the book he says something about men raised by women. We're a generation of men raised by women, and so I guess we kind of men who play on the safe side and do what culture, society tells us to do and stuff, instead of being men and actually being leaders and going out there, and doing our own thing, not as far as being stupid and, acting crazy, but fighting for what you believe in and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. I like
That's
that
interesting.
book.
Who's the author?
What's his name? I forgot his name. Chuck. I can't pronounce his last name. Chuck Palahniuk, something like that.
Okay.
But
Brad Pitt's in the movie.
yeah,
Sure
Brad
he didn't write
Pitt.
it?
Mhm.
Oh, it's a movie?
Yeah, I got the movie
Yeah.
too.
Have you never seen
Oh,
Fight Club?
I've never seen Fight Club.
Okay, Fight Club is a little rough around the edges.
Yeah,
but it tells a good story. It's
tells a good
It's a
story.
good movie.
It's a good movie.
Cool.
The book is better than the movie though.
Okay.
The book is always better than the movie.
Always. I agree. Usually.
All right. We didn't even mean to do this, but it kind of segued into the next question.
Yeah.
What is your favorite movie quote of all time? Like, if you had, I know you're always talking about watching movies. What's your favorite movie, and what's your favorite movie quote?
My favorite movie, I would have to say my favorite movie is Samurai X, Trusted Betrayal.
All right. For the listeners who don't know what that is, like me.
Or me.
It's a movie. It's like a samurai movie. It's actually a prequel to an old anime series. And it's an animated movie, and I love it. It's really good. I found it on YouTube one time, and it's really good. I want to buy the Blu-ray, but it's just about a guy who becomes he's not technically a samurai. He's just a swordsman. And what happens is,
What's the difference there?
Huh?
Between samurai and samurai?
Well, this samurai. Well, he's not. Samurai have masters that they serve under. He was technically just under a group that told him what to do and what not to do. Right. The leader just told him what to. And samurais are supposed to be known. He was not to be known. He's like an assassin. So, and what's great about the movie is what my favorite part in the movie is the beginning, where he first meets his master. And his master is named Heiko Sojiro the 14th. And
one more time.
Heiko Sojiro the 14th.
Heiko Sojiro the 14th.
So
the Cheerios. 14.
And so Heiko, it's his opening line about, what he thinks about the world. And he thinks, the world is it's a pretty messed up place, but, he does his best to make the world better, And what he tells what happened is the main character's name is Kenshin. And Kenshin decides to leave his master, to go help fight, protect people and help. And his master says, well, you're going to kill evil men, but you have to remember, they're human. They have family. They have friends. They have people that cared about them. And you thinking that killing them like they dogs is not a good thing. That doesn't make you right. And so he goes off and does it, and everything his master told, he doesn't see his master for 15 years. And everything his master told him that was going to happen, happened. And so, but it's a really good story.
There you go.
Sounds fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
You found it on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Found it on YouTube. And you can put it on the podcast on YouTube.
That's
hey,
right.
There you go.
I got to put a plug in.
And I'm going to watch this as soon as I get recorded.
That's right.
So,
you know what? I probably will too.
Yeah, I think we all do. But I mean, it's fun having a podcast.
Living the dream.
Living the dream. I watched a bunch of movies this week. I watched Blood Diamond.
Cool. I seen you watching that movie.
You came in and said you watching Anaconda.
Yeah, I thought you were watching Anaconda. You know that movie with the big snake eating people with Ice Cube?
Okay.
Yeah. But it was a good. But I thought he was watching that. But what was it about, Andrew?
No, I've never seen Anaconda. Blood Diamond is about it's more of a serious movie, but it's about diamond trade in Africa. So it was cool. But it had a good quote from it, and I thought it'd be good to share on the lifestyle side of the Lifestyle Humor podcast. And so the father at the end is talking to the son who has been this warrior, and he says, I know they made you do bad things, but you're not a bad boy. I am your father who loves you. You will come home with me and be my son again. And so I'm just watching this ridiculous movie, and people are getting shot up all the time, and then it's got this redemptive story in it.
Wow,
so,
that's awesome.
Kind of think about your samurai movie there with the whole
Kenshin.
With Heiko the Cheerio talking about chilling out, talking about respecting people.
Yeah, respecting people. Yeah.
That's awesome. There we go.
Look at that.
Hidden theology.
Hidden theology. I like hidden theology. Except I don't like nothing. Well, not hidden theology. Because, it's like Hidden Valley. Because my uncle, my uncle comes up to me one time. It was Christmas time, and I was pouring some ranch.
You talking about ranch?
Yeah, I was pouring some ranch.
Yeah, we're on salad dressing now.
Yeah, I was pouring some ranch.
Hidden Valley ranch.
Yeah, and so I poured some Hidden Valley on my salad. He's like, I don't like that ranch. I said, why? Because I don't like anything that's hidden from me.
Hey, man, you got to watch out because that ranch will sneak up on you.
Yeah, I said, so you don't like Hidden Valley? Nope, because it's hidden. It's hidden.
I don't even like ranch dressing.
What?
I know.
Well,
I'm probably the only person ever.
I think it's good on everything.
I know a lot of people do. I don't know.
My stepbrother says it's good on everything except bacon and cheddar chips.
Hey, I need it on that. All right, let's move into the blind question segment.
My favorite
I feel like you ought to lead out the blind question segment.
Guys, I thought of this question this morning, and it's a 2-part question.
Cool.
So listen closely.
Let's will you explain how the blind question segment works again?
Here's the blind question segment, ladies and gentlemen, where we all 3 think of a question, and we have not told the other participants of the podcast. So Germonick and Andrew don't know what I'm about to ask them.
Oh.
So I'm going to ask the question, and then we're all 3 going to answer it, and then we'll each ask each other a question.
All right, there
Blindly.
You go. Blindly.
So here's my question.
I like suspense.
I know.
Hey, but it's hidden.
It's hidden, like Hidden Valley.
This may or may not have been inspired by my car chase story, thinking about, policemen, law enforcement.
Here.
So, if you were a policeman, A, what would be your favorite siren sound and demonstrate? And then B, what would be your favorite crime to bust?
Okay. Andrew, you go first. I got to think about that.
All right. I'm thinking of like the European siren.
Yeah.
You know, so the be-doo, 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 be-doo.
And then it goes like flat as it gets far. Like, yeah.
So I want one of those
Like back in the day.
like the Bourne movies where he's got Jason Bourne has got like that European siren in it. I like that.
Yeah.
And crime to bust, probably like a bank robbery because I mean that's classic crime. You're coming in there, busting heads, taking names. I mean that'd be a lot of fun. I've never busted a head or taken names, but I think if I was a cop, that's what I'd like to do.
You'd be great at it.
Oh yeah, busting heads. What about you, Jeremy?
Okay, my favorite siren sound probably that woo woo. You know that. You know the one that you hear when you know you're about to get pulled over.
Yeah.
You go to scream woo woo. And then and then they walk up to you like registration, please. So that's my favorite. And my favorite crime to bust. I would like to catch an old lady stealing out the store.
Stealing what?
Stealing out the store. Anything. I'm not going to even arrest her. I'm just going to be like, what are you doing? Put it back. Put it back, ma'am. Please put it back. You know better than that. Ma'am, don't make me put the handcuffs on you. You know you might turn to dust if I do, so please don't. So, that'll be my favorite crime to bust.
That's hilarious.
Germany busting old ladies in the grocery store.
That's right.
Kroger's most wanted.
That's hilarious.
Miss Sherry. She's on Kroger's most wanted list. Stealing apples, oranges, and Topangas. So, is that a real fruit?
That's not even a
That's
thing.
a character on Boy Meets
my
World.
bad.
Topanga.
If you missed that, he said apples, oranges, and Topangas.
Sorry. Okay. Well, y'all just edit that out or something.
That's too
Change
funny.
it to pineapples.
Once I had a policeman speak to me from his speaker. You know how policemen have those, like, if you're not, like, listening or heeding the law, they'll be like, hey! And they'll, like, yell at you from the car.
Hey.
He did that to me once because I didn't know he was pulling me over. He was behind me, and I didn't know I was speeding. I was. And he goes, I need you to pull over. And I was like, oh my God! It was so scary. So I pulled over, but.
So is that the siren you would want? Is your own voice?
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to say. I would, like, pull the thing out to my mouth and I'd be like, bah! And I just
Bah.
do it.
Hey, get over. Scoot over.
Pull over.
Scoot over.
Scoot over. Coming through. Yeah, I just do my own siren.
That's cool. What crime would you like to bust?
Oh gosh, what crime? I didn't really think this question through yet.
Oh.
I don't know. I would bust like, probably just like crazy people doing crazy things. You know, like disturbing the peace, things like that. I don't know what I would do with
Turn
that.
the music down.
Turn it down.
Turn the music
Turn it
down.
down.
Party's over.
Party over.
I'd get on my loudspeaker and change my voice. It'd be terrifying.
If you are not eating, please get out. You're not
Bring
eating.
me the food.
Bring
Thank
me
you.
the food.
Oh man! All right, my question is, what's your order at Sonic? Everybody has their staple Sonic order. So what?
That's deep.
Jeremy, what do you?
That's
That's not deep.
That's
Jeremy.
deep.
So deep.
That's not deep.
I mean, I know. I mean, but if you think about it, what person asked you what you order at Sonic?
Hey, well, what do you order at Sonic?
Okay.
Jeremy?
Can we be like really hungry when we order?
Sure.
Like, cause if I'm like
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of hungry, I'm like not getting a lot, but I want to get a lot.
Well, what do you get when you eat a lot?
I get tots is the first thing that comes to mind.
Yeah.
Tots, and then I get like those like bacon cheeseburger but on the toast. Oh, wow, so good. And also the root beer float.
That's a
Definitely.
pretty classic order.
It's a great order.
I would take the double Sonic burger.
The double Sonic burger.
The cheese, and just replace it with tater tots, the fries, and get a nice Sprite.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
I get the New York hot dog and a
Ooh.
vanilla Coke.
Oh,
It's something American about it.
American.
Getting that
America.
New York hot dog. America.
Are those hot dogs like the really long ones?
No, that's like
Those
a
are
foot
like
long.
the-
I get like it's like.
Just
but
a
it's
normal
dressed,
hot
dog.
but it's dressed up really cool.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
yeah. It's like 2 minutes of goodness.
2 minutes.
2 minutes of goodness. All right, Jared. We're in the 2 minute drill now. We're about to get to the burrito where we wrap it up.
Oh, okay,
But we still have. What's your question? We got your blind question.
my question is, what was your favorite? Okay, we all from the 90s, right?
Yeah.
You know,
93.
So you know,
1994.
Hey Arnold and stuff like that. What
kind
is
of.
your favorite cartoon from that era?
From that year? Ooh, I'm not going first.
Was SpongeBob in that?
Oh yeah, I think so.
All right. SpongeBob is classic. I have to like that. But then I also like the feel of the rocket power where it's all the like the one where he tries to do the 900 and Tony Hawk's on it and he'll like go and then do the hand thing.
Yeah, that was it. Wiggle.
I'd say SpongeBob and Rocket Power.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
That's good. I mean, if it has to be cartoon, if we're not going cartoon, I'm going Mary-Kate and Ashley, but it's got to be cartoon. So we had this like VHS that combined the Powerpuff Girls. I almost said Powderpuff Girls. Powerpuff Girls and Scooby-Doo.
Oh, I remember.
So yeah, those were our go-tos. We probably watched that VHS once a day.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's cool. My favorite would be Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Courage.
Courage.
Is that the purple dog?
Yeah.
Aw.
He like got the hole in his tooth and stuff like that. My mama hated that show. She did not understand why we would sit there and laugh at it all day long. Like it was crazy. And like there were some episodes that were just funny and kind of stupid, but some of them like genuinely scary. And the second episode goes like King. There's an episode about King Ramses' curse. And he's return to slap. Like, what is that? Oh, but that was my favorite cartoon.
That's
Man.
funny.
There you go.
His eyes just got really big when he was singing.
Yeah.
I just feel like the world.
Wish
should
you
know
could
that.
see in the studio right now.
It's hilarious.
We're actually just chilling in the classroom at school.
I'm like silent laughing the whole time until I bust out laughing.
All right. This has been week 2 of Put It on the Podcast.
So fun.
Thanks for coming out today, Germonick.
It was
I know
great.
It's been an honor.
You gave up your afternoon.
Yeah,
Wow.
well, anything for you, Andrew. Anything for you. And so it was good meeting you, Elizabeth, and thank y'all for having me. It's been a pleasure.
It's been great.
All right,
Thanks, Germany.
that wraps it up.
Wrapping it up like a
Wrap it up.
burrito.
All right.
Bye, team.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia's.
Bye, everybody.